San Francisco police named David DePape, 42, as the suspect accused of assaulting Paul Pelosi, 82, early Friday morning. DePape will be booked at the San Francisco County Jail on attempted homicide, assault with a deadly weapon, elder abuse, and several other felony charges, according to police. He was apprehended at the Pelosi house early Friday and subsequently transported to a nearby hospital for treatment. Paul Pelosi intruder wanted to know where Speaker was before attack. Our officers observed Mr. Pelosi and the suspect both holding a hammer. The suspect pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it. Our officers immediately tackled the suspect, disarmed him, took him into custody, requested emergency backup, and rendered medical aid, San Francisco Chief of Police William Scott said during a press conference. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, DCA, was in Washington, D.C. at the time of the attack. She began traveling to San Francisco around mid-Friday and was able to speak with her husband after the attack, per multiple reports. Responding officers had arrived at the scene around 2:27 a.m. local time, according to police. An official later clarified that only one hammer was involved in the attack and that Paul Pelosi and DePape had struggled for control over it. Pelosi was admitted to Zuckerberg San Francisco General Hospital where he underwent successful surgery to repair a skull fracture and serious injuries to his right arm and hands. His doctors expect a full recovery, Drew Hamill, a spokesman for Nancy Pelosi, said. The Speaker and her family are thankful for the outpouring of support and prayers from friends, constituents and people around the country. Police officials were tight-lipped on details during the press conference, but the intruder asked, "Where is Nancy?" during the break-in and sought to restrain him while waiting for Nancy, CNN reported. DePape has a history of spouting conspiracy and extremist right-wing views on social media, according to multiple reports. This included content about COVID-19 vaccines, the January 6 Capitol riot, and the 2020 election. He is also reportedly estranged from his family. Paul Pelosi was attacked and severely beaten by an assailant with a hammer who broke into their San Francisco home early Friday, according to people familiar with the investigation. Attack on Paul Pelosi hints at a significant Capitol Police failure. San Francisco police have been conducting a joint investigation into the break-in alongside Capitol Police and the FBI. A motivation for the attack is still under investigation, according to Scott. San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins briefly chimed in during the press conference and praised law enforcement's handling of the case. "I do want to commend the San Francisco Police Department for their immediate response to this home and for swiftly making sure that Mr. Pelosi was okay and that the suspect was apprehended," she said. "We are working closely with them right now with respect to the investigation, and will proceed with the appropriate charges." Officials declined to answer questions during the brief press conference but said additional information would be forthcoming. There was support from high-profile politicians such as President Joe Biden and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, RKY, after news of the attack on Paul Pelosi spread. Washington Examiner video tags, Nancy Pelosi, News, San Francisco, Law Enforcement, Congress. Original author, Ryan K. Original location, police reveal identity of suspect after Paul Pelosi attacked in home by man asking where is Nancy.